Hey everybody! I know it's been a couple days since I was on. Um, I went to Portland, the one the biggest town in Oregon, with a friend, my girlfriend. She has an apartment up there. We go up once a month to check everything's all right, and you know that she kind of hangs on to it. It's a good security blanket. I don't mind. Everything goes belly up here. We can move there. We had to. I'd go crazy in Portland, although I do not like Portland. I don't like big cities. But she's fine up there. Anyway, I'm a little sick right now. I won't go details, but just say I'm a little sick. It's been uncomfortable. Um, had a doctor's appointment last week. I went by and got blood drawn away to Portland. Got the results back. Mostly pretty good. Nothing real negative. Um, they keep throwing out the pre-diabetic thing at me. Hopefully, I don't become diabetic. I don't want to be diabetic. I think I'll start doing some walks. I used to run long distance, so my stroke kind of put that to one side. But I can walk. I can build up to where I can walk maybe a mile a day to get a little bit better fit and maybe lose a few pounds. I think it's diabetes is weight related more than the other kind. So, I was raised with my grandmother. I didn't know my father at all, so I don't know what his side has. He may have diabetes on his side. I hope not. I haven't got my hair cut. It's on the list. I was going to do it today or tomorrow. Today's been kind of a bad day, so I'll probably do it tomorrow. Um, I'll show you some of my woodworking. This is one I've been working on. I just started to. I put a board right there where that square is of different colors, but it worked real good. I had it with me when we went different places like the stores and stuff, and it worked great. I mean, I slipped my. Let's see. I got a cat that I'm about to kill. One of my cats is a real pain sometimes. He's being a pain today. Where did that go? Did it get in here? No. I got a card lying on my desk somewhere. I'm trying to find it so I can show you how well the card thing works. But of course, I can't find it. Might be one of the ones that are drawing. So we'll make a card. I don't mean to be out camera. Sorry. Let's see. Here's a piece of cardboard. So basically, it's real simple. You just basically open up this little lever thing here. See? And that creates an opening. And you just put your card in there. Close it back up. Does it want to work for me now? I've had a bad day. I can tell I've had a bad day. Everything keeps going wrong. There it goes. Closed up. Cards put away. When you need it, just open it up. Shake your card out. Of course, not being a credit card, a piece of cardboard, it comes out. It'll hold up. This one I made. It will hold up to 4 credit cards, and the max I ever use is 3 for food because I have a food stamp card. I have my medical card because the medical plan I'm on gives out food, and then I have my bank card. I could throw a wallet ID in there, I suppose. That'd be 4. My driver's license. I don't drive, but I still keep the ID because it's a good ID. But like when I go to Walmart, they take all 3 cards. So my medical care card, which is United Health, will let me buy just about any kind of food I want except junk food, pop, sweets like ho hos or Twinkies. Can't buy those with this card. Everything else you can buy, even frozen foods like TV dinners. Surprised that wasn't covered. Um, then my food stamp card helps cover the stuff I can't get with my other card. Of course, it's only $24 worth of stuff, but you know, my girlfriend has a regular mail food stamp card. She buys all the junky stuff. I buy all the good stuff. Together, we get a pretty good assortment of things to eat. Um, but it worked really well. I didn't have to carry my wallet. It's got a string which I tied to my one of my suspenders, so it was attached to me. Just slid in my pocket. When I needed it, I just pulled it out, and I had cards, and I didn't have, anything. If I lost this, those cards are all replaceable, fairly quick. So versus the wallet, which if I lost that, I would have lost a lot of stuff. So plus I had it was on a pouch of sorts that right here, this little thing. It holds my phone, my wallet, my key to my house. Very convenient, but if you lose it, someone's got the goal. Can do everything. They can get in your house. They can rob your bank. You can get a phone to use for a while. So I just carry this in now. It'll weigh an eighth of an ounce. So that's a project I'm working on now. I'm working on these dogs still. This is a silhouette of a Labrador, golden Labrador Retriever. So working on that. I've made them once before, flag, but I'm gonna make it again because I think I can make a little better one, and I'm gonna do that. In the clay department, because I've been working with this air dry clay that's called porcelain clay. I got this in the mail. Now it doesn't look like much, just like a shiny little metal thingy bobber. I call it a cylinder, but it's engraved, and actually, you roll this across your clay. It leaves behind the imprint a picture of an owl. And I don't know if you can see him real well. You can kind of see his face. See, so I came across this. I found like a couple dozen different ones. I ordered one just to try it out. I got to make up some porcelain clay before I quit today, because I find it works best with that stuff is if you put it in the refrigerator for a day or at least 12, 15 hours, it rolls better than fresh. And I think it lets it settle together a little better. So I got that. I also got the post office here is finally starting to get on the ball where they're starting to deliver things like they should. We've had problems with them. I got this. These are, I haven't tried them yet, but they're little, like that's a duck. See them? And it has a push in the back. And you push it through the holder here onto the clay to make shapes. And I got like about a dozen of those that came in the mail. So I'll try making those tomorrow along with the owl. And I also got, this is from a company called Temu, Temu. I got this gadget. I really look forward to this. It's a sewing basket, really. But, you open up the lid like that. And then this opens up like that. Like that. It's kind of like the old-fashioned tackle boxes we used to get for fishing and stuff. But I got a little bit of thread in one compartment. But I mean, all sorts of small things go into this, and you just go bunk, 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 and you all closed up. But I got it for a model. I want to make these, but I'm going to make bigger versions of them. This part here, I'll probably take the whole width of a pallet board. So I'll probably like twice the size. It'll double the size of this eventually. And I think that will make a really handy thing for people for fishing, of course, but for sewing is also for sewing. It's called a sewing basket, it's called. But mechanics, I mean, all the little bits and pieces they got to have, or for people who work with wood, all your nails, screws, your hinges, all that stuff go in here. You can reach in there. Oh, here's my hinge. Also, these lids can be used as temporary places to put things for a little while. They fall right back in if you do that. But I'm already starting to figure out how it works really quick. It's not that hard, really. Um, it's got a little magnet right here, which makes the lid snap shut and stay put. I think if a person put one here and one over here, then when this slides together, it would hold it in place better. Because right now, it just opens up. See, so if you get on at the wrong angle, you're gonna not spill everything because it's closed, but stuff down the bottom here would come out. That's another tray back here at the bottom also. So having ability to close this up would probably be a good thing. They got two little knobs here, which I don't know. Might be able to rig up something like a catcher, go across both of these, snap in place, and then these can't go anywhere. I might do that. If the magnet doesn't work, and it got hinges. It's got 4 hinges it works with, plus the thingies on the side. Those are basically just sticks, little cylinders are screwed down, but left loose so that they allow it to pivot. See. Let's see. So you see it. They pivot. Just leave yourself enough play that they'll slide back and forth. They don't have to be super tight. Probably glue in the ones in the woods. They won't come out of the wood. And the ones up here, they leave the middle part loose. I'll figure it out. I got it for a project to make more. I'll probably eventually fill that one up with stuff too. But there's a couple projects I'm working on. Probably won't do the basket thing for a little while. I'm kind of falling behind on stuff I'm making. I got the step stools I was going to make. They're still sitting there, not done. I got cats misbehaving. This little monster. I'll show you. That monster, gray monster. So that's the project I'm working on. As time goes by, I'll show you how the results are. And being an old guy in Sweet Home, it's a nice place to be. I mean, you like little towns. It's nice. It's cold today. I got almost around 55 degrees in here at the moment, which is a little warmer than that, but I'll live with it. I got a heater going, and I got a heating blanket across my lap to help keep me warm. Well, it's not working as well as it should, but it's working. I got a cat that I want to kill, but I don't know. Usually he doesn't bug me this much. They come in here because it's warmer than outside, and then they well, I have 5 cats. I've had as many as 4 of them in here. The 5th one my girlfriend has, and I gave it to her, and it stays with her all the time. Sleeps in her room with her. She's just a really nice lady. She has problems. All people have little quirks. Hers makes her sleep a lot. So she's out of a day, she probably is awake. I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. And the other 18 hours she sleeps. I would like to see her move around more and do more, but that's just where her medicine works with her. So I asked her about it. She says she's comfortable with the fact she sleeps so much, but I don't know. I can't. I sleep my 8 hours or that's it. I gotta get out of bed at that point. My body does not like laying in bed beyond sleeping. And I'm not one of those people who takes naps. Ugh. I've done that. I've tried naps. It's honest about the spill everywhere. But I don't feel good when I take naps. I get real sick. So from day one, I'm basically, I sleep, I get up, do 16 to 18 hours of work, whatever I do for the day, and then I go take a nap, go to bed, wake up, and do it over again. I don't sleep more than I have to. That's just the way I am. Some people are good at that sort of stuff. I'm not. So, and I don't know. Right now, we're having a lot of turmoil politically. Not going to get into deep. It's not a good thing to talk about. Just needless to say, not too fond of what way our government's going right now. Certain things, and it's mainly because of the president and the people around him are causing a lot of problems. I personally wish they just start all over again. Elect a whole new president, a whole new cabinet of people around him that care about everybody, all Americans, not just their group, which is all they do. They really basically care about is the people that they care about. They don't care about the rest of us. We could drop dead, they wouldn't care. So the president's supposed to like everybody, want to help everybody. He doesn't. There's no way around it. He doesn't. There's many times he's basically said he's not going to do something for somebody because he doesn't like them. Right now, it's the other political party. He's Republican, and he's trying to paint that the people who are Democratic are all evil and they should all suffer. Shouldn't get any benefits the way he talks. They're Americans. We're all Americans. Doesn't matter what political party we like. We're still Americans. And that's the way he should look at it. When he becomes president, he's all Americans, all parties, not just his. But he's not that way. So we're having problems with that right now. Anyway, like I said, I won't talk too much more about it. It's not a good thing to talk about. Hopefully it'll settle itself eventually. Things will get back to more closer to normal. Anyway, so that's today's. That's all I'm talking about today. So I'll try to be back tomorrow. I know I was supposed to be back a couple days ago, but the trip to Portland kind of threw things, wrench in the works. But I should be home at least a couple days or longer, so I'll probably talk to you each day. So how things are moving along with the woodworking and projects I'm working with the clay, and how things are going as an old guy. So far, everything's great, or at least good. So talk to you later, and everybody have a good day, and be good to each other. All right, bye.